Okay, moo everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of the Parts and Pieces podcast. I am one of the hosts, Cal, and who do we got with us today?
Well, you got me.
Oh no, we got Cliffy. Where'd we pull him from?
I don't know. Darkest stage of underneath the brick pile.
Whoa. Hey, did you get the dust bunnies while you were under there?
Nope, did not.
I guess we're gonna have to go back for more house cleaning. Anyways, this is the very first show. We do usually have Miss Heather with us, but I had some stuff come up, so kind of just rearranging some stuff. But this is the show for all of those of you who look at a plastic castle and don't just see a toy, but you see the engineering and the history and the specific geometry of each and every piece that holds it together. So as we all know, the sound, the beautiful sound of a Saturday morning, around a bin full of Lego. Okay, think of that. Imagine that. You get what I'm throwing down here, dog.
You got the ASMR going.
Got the ASMR going. Just imagine all those bricks clacking together as you're sorting through them, trying to figure out a piece to find here, right? Now, if you're like me, you don't just see a pile of plastic, right? You see maybe a 1x2 log of in a dark brick, in a dark cylinder brick. You see all kinds of different things. You see modified plates with clips, maybe Technic axles that are exactly 3 studs long. You
Mhm.
know, I don't know. This is our very first episode.
It was kind of
And
seductive how you were doing that.
yes, and that's kinda how I want it. I want you to be lured in
Um,
to the beautiful world of parts and
Lured
pieces.
in.
Um,
Are you
bas
catfishing us?
I'm catfishing you a little bit, huh? Basically, we're gonna take a deep dive here into one specific part to start us off on our very first episode, and that is
Ooh.
none other than, let me pull up my slides here, none other than the 2x4 brick that we are all familiar with. There's a little bit of history to this.
Are we
This
going back to the basics?
going back to the basics, right? I mean, honestly, the amount of things that you can do with this brick are just endless. Now, if you're like me, depends on the color. That also has a little bit of play to your creativity here because still can't get you can't build a nice grand staircase. I mean, I guess you could. You make it look like Rainbow Road if you have multiple different colors. But
I wonder how many colors they have in that brick.
I don't have that information pulled up at the moment, but I probably should, huh? Um, but
I was just
uh,
asking.
that would be nice to know. I'm sorry I don't have that actually. Um, so to kick things off here, we're going to start with the legendary part number 3001, and that is the 2x4 brick, and that is basically the DNA of our Lego system. Without this brick, or even I guess maybe a 2x2 brick, you don't have Lego. So that's it's a huge thing. A little bit of background here, though. If you look at a 2x2, 2x4, I'm sorry, even a 2x2 brick today, they look identical to the ones from 1950s, from 1958. Sorry, before the 58, there were bricks that were hollow though. So if you don't know now, you know. Um, they had a different. They didn't have those 3 tubes on the inside, and that itself was the breakthrough for these bricks.
Mm.
Those tubes provide what was called clutch power, which we'll learn about eventually. um,
Clutch.
and it's the perfect amount of friction and strong enough to hold a skyscraper together, literally. Um, um, So, oh my gosh. Okay, so just reading some notes here. Now, here's a mind blowing fact. Okay, the tolerance of this piece is 0.002 millimeters.
Dang.
That is some dang tolerance. If the mold is off, even by a hair, the clutch power fails. That is why when you buy a knockoff brand, it doesn't just feel right. It's not just plastic. It's Lego engineering precision. That's crazy, right?
Wow.
Like, I mean, I notice it. I play with off-brand bricks.
Yes, you do.
I noticed they're especially like Fun Hole or I guess Lumi bricks, and there are a few out there that are very close to the recipe of Lego. Um, and but there are some out there that literally don't even hold together as you play with it, and it's like, why even bother creating the concept? Why spend the money? Oh yeah, because you're gonna make the buck or two off of us. That's why they spend the money on the ones that don't work. But there are quite a bit out there that do work and do what is it? The clutch together with Lego brick in itself.
Right.
Spoiler alert! If I didn't say it already, this parts and pieces is about both Lego and non-Lego. Um,
Mm.
Really, a just how we can use these pieces in our builds and
Yeah,
stuff
but
like that.
who would want to put non-Lego with their Lego stuff?
You know what? There's a piece that I want to go into on a segment called a cheese slope. And there's like my Lego, like my Mega brand Charizard specifically comes with this cheese slope with a stud on top. Now
Okay,
you
but
tell me you can't use that.
well, I'm sure you can, but
Uh-huh.
it's not. It don't go with Lego. Sorry, I can't. I cannot mix two off-brand with Lego. I would never
Now,
use it. I would never use it in the Lego build at all.
so let me ask you this, Cliff.
Okay.
You're a man. You probably like to build things with your hands. Okay, you're gonna start souping up that nice shop. Okay, you go into Lowe's or Home Depot, and you're gonna go smell all the fresh cut wood that they got. Are you allowed to mix pines with, pines with ferns? Is that a thing, or is that not a thing? Are you allowed to build with the
I don't
two?
think that's the thing. I don't think I'm just getting.
You can't mix your woods, dude. It's there for the taking. Like what if you
It's that's totally different. Because I'm
It's
not
not
going.
though.
I'm getting pressed wood. I'm not getting. I don't care what kind of wood as long as it covers my freaking shop.
But in the concept of building, you have these parts and pieces that uh, essentially help your build exceed to the next the next level. Uh, I'm not going to say that I think it's kind of cheating. Okay, I do, but I'm not going to say that it's that I'm going to be any better than anybody else building a mock because I have a cheese slope with a stud on it. But it may actually help improve a mock down the way, or a build down the way. You see what I'm saying?
I think you can achieve the same look with what Lego gives you what the other brands give you.
Yeah,
You-
maybe they
you-
do. They do try to make that a real thing to not have to go subside their brick, but I don't know. I'm more of a parts guy. I don't look at the Lego brand or as Lumi or Mega. I look at them all as brick. Like I have Blocking Me or no Snap and Switch or whatever type of Lego
Mhm.
now too, or type of blocks. Um, Even then, it's just more pieces for my creativity to flow. Like
I
it
get.
transit.
I can look on both sides. I can see what you're saying. You can. I can see you can use them pieces and all build one thing.
Yeah.
But but in this Lego community that we are in, there are purists,
There are a lot of
and,
purists.
and they're going to tell you to go take a hike.
Hit the road, Jack.
You're going to use a off-brand Lego piece with Lego.
Yeah.
But I get it. I've built off-brand before too. But I don't mix them together. I don't sort them together. I've got a
Mhm.
separate container for non-Lego bricks. I still use, but they will never touch another Lego piece.
I'm
Just
unfortunately different.
yeah, we are, and that's totally fine. I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm not like hating on you or nothing.
Mhm.
I just we are different in that aspect, and this may be a good podcast for both of us to play each other's devil's advocate. You know.
Yeah, see some stuff from a different side. Well, that's kind of what I want. I want mock builders and people who are new to Lego to be like, "Oh, okay, you can do this." I want people to be optimistic with a brick.
Yeah.
It's not just a brand. I get it has a brand name to it, but there are so much more things you can do with it if you try.
Well, I'm not
Even
saying
hey,
I can agree with that, but I just don't think I could. Me personally, I'm gonna be able to put a non Lego with Lego in a build. It'd just be weird.
mhm. um, what is a what's a good technique that comes up right off your brain looking at that 2x4 brick?
Um,
I feel like this might be a little bit hard the more you think about it, Cliff.
uh, stairs
Good job.
or a roof
Now,
or even a roof.
yeah. Now, and I was thinking even how people mills plate. You got the inside structure of the mills plate. So what is
And that's a good place
support?
to use your non Lego parts is in your mills plate.
Oh, Mister, I don't know that. Yeah, okay.
Well, nobody's gonna see that. You take it to a show, they're not gonna tear up your
Well,
mills plate to see if it's all Lego.
no one's going to see that you mixed your dang nom bricks with your bricks
Oh,
if
they
you don't
know.
show them.
Trust me, they know. It's
Yeah,
funny.
they do.
It's crazy how people can spot that crap out.
Uh, but yeah, I was thinking like the supports under it. I mean, it
For sure.
that's the way people are going nowadays with stuff, which is cool. I can't wait to see what the next step after mills plating is. Like, there's always something better, so a new way to new way to build things. But
I don't know. Mills plating's pretty top tier.
now, what's something maybe we think we can't build with this?
Curves.
Dang. I was thinking that's going to be a hard question, Cliff. You are 100% correct. You have to literally, it's kind of like you think in the concept of a Legoland builder, right? Their displays.
Well, I
You
mean,
have to
you could possibly do a curve, but there's gonna be a bunch of jagged
it's
edges
a
during the curve.
lot of yeah. And that's what it takes with a square with a rectangular brick. Yeah. Um no, you're right. Um Heck, I was just saying the other day that we're all so tuned into all these fancy looking cars like Speed Champs and F1s and all these other good looking things that we're no longer satisfied with what we used to have, a 4x4 by whatever stud car with yeah, like any bricks that you really put together and some wheels was a car essentially back then. And now we're
Yeah,
just hey.
you're right. Well, I wasn't trying to cut you off, but you're right. I mean, back in the day, you had the four studded cars,
Mm-hmm.
and there was just a brick with a window piece on and wheels,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yep.
and a rooftop. But everybody wants these fancy cars, and you
Which is
gotta have.
nice.
I mean, you gotta have it curved and stuff, and maybe Lego we may have messed it all up, like making all these extra pieces to do these curves and stuff instead of just staying with the brick, just the plain
Yeah.
Jane brick. I don't know, but I don't know. I can't see myself building a mock with just the 2x4 brick though. I mean,
Right.
you-
See,
I,
and I mean, like buildings. That's an easy go getter. Buildings
Mhm.
you can build with a 2 by. Not many of us do because that extra brick sticks out, and it's kind of just I don't know what the right word is, but
I like the one buys for
right, the 1 by is a lot more efficient than doing these 2 bys. So I guess in a way, has a 1 by brick kind of scooted out the 2 by original?
well, true. But here's and we go back to what you're at. You asked me another question about the what I can build out of that. I can also
Yeah.
build I could build a mountain, a rock.
Oh my gosh, yes, and that's one of the best things to do out of gray bricks is build something big and bulky because it actually makes sense.
You know, it helps
Now,
dirty and everything.
some of these people's landscaping that they do, um, like I think of like my fairgrounds layout I'm trying to do. There's a lot of green or like open area that I could do some things in. But do I want to use half of a table to put in a hill for one thing to be higher than another? Like, I like that, but I don't. That's just too many bricks in one spot, taking up too much area I could be using, you know?
Well, if you're building a mountain landscaping, it's gonna take a lot of bricks to do.
A lot.
I learned that doing the mountain. Oh my goodness. How many times
With
I had to run
Greenland
to the
too.
brick link to order more bricks? It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, you need greebling too.
Mhm.
Um,
Sorry we got off subject.
no, you're good. I'm just looking through some notes here.
By the way, I looked it up. There's over 50 colors in a 2x4 brick.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, they're coming out with a new color, 4 new colors every year, it seems like.
Well, I don't know if you saw it, but I sent you a new elementary that's got
Yeah,
new colors coming out. So,
more new colors. Oh my gosh. Like, it's almost like they're making up colors at this point. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I promise you, that's a different shade of purple.
well, I swear Lego has their own color board. I mean, me saying light blue, it's blue Azura to Lego. Like, what? You know,
Mhm.
I'm sure it's the actual color, but
Mm. So, basically, this says here, what is well, I guess my slide here is what is a Lego brick? Basically, the part of the podcast here, part of the podcast. I like that. Uh, the part of the podcast here is a 2 by 4 brick. We gone over kind of sort of some of the basics about it. Um, this here says, for a second, close your eyes and picture the 2 by 4 brick. It's a perfect rectangle. It's exactly 31.8 milliliters long and 15.8 milliliters wide. If you can visually understand what the hell that means.
I think you're putting. I think you're trying to hypnotize. What do you call it? Hypnotize us.
Trying to sweet talk you a little bit.
You're getting very
Now,
sleepy.
yeah, very sleepy is what I'm going to say next. This says if you're looking at it from the top, you see that the iconic grid of 8 studs, 2 rows of 4. Okay. Now
Mhm.
flip it over in your head, and this is where the magic happens. This is where you'll see 3 hollow tubes running down the center, and those are just for show. Just kidding. They're not all for show. Those are actually
Oh,
there.
wait a minute! I fell asleep. Wake me up. What? No.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Those are actually those tubes are what they are trying to say is what the friction, what contacts the friction there.
Okay.
Um, now, yeah, they're designed to slide perfectly between studs,
Oh,
which
nice.
makes sense. So, does that mean that they're actually the same diameter as a stud? No, because in between studs is not the same diameter as a stud.
No.
It's a little bit smaller. Never mind.
Good question,
Um,
though. I mean, you made me think about it.
yep, I had to visually think about it too. It says it's a game of millimeters. gosh, that I hate just even saying that word, but to think about it is even when those tubes bite into the studs, that's when you get the really satisfying click, and the friction allows us to build towers 6 feet tall without a drop of glue. Beautiful.
It's pretty amazing, ain't it?
That is honestly, and you can do that with any of them, really. I mean, not so much, tiles and slopes, but it's really a what do you call that? An all-around piece? I don't know. My words are not there.
What now?
Universal. It's really a universal piece. You could even look at it this way, okay? I have a projector, and my projector doesn't always hit the quite right the angle that I need it to. I literally use 2x4 bricks and stack it up. So they're useful, you can use them anywhere. Well, heck.
You what's the last thing you used a 2x4 brick for, Cal?
I'm actually working on a project I will be bringing up on my live stream tomorrow, my Tuesday live stream. And that is when I'm using a 2x4 brick. So I guess in reality, I was messing with it today. So today, what about you?
I guess working on this castle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh no, I didn't even use one there. Huh? When was the last time? I'm thinking, Cal. I'm thinking.
So think about this. Okay, this is a really cool way to think about about Lego. A 1x1 plate. Okay, just a stud, basically a 1x1. Okay,
Yep.
not even a 1x2 plate. With 2 studs. It's literally just a stud. All right. That stud is about the size of a single kernel of corn.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Dang.
So we're just sitting here building with corn, honestly. Your 32 by 32 is basically a whole corn cob.
Have you ever stepped on them? Boy, it hurt.
Stepped on a corn cob? No.
No, 2x4 brick.
No. Let's see, a minifigure, all right? Now, this is quite mind-blowing to me. A minifigure is roughly the height of a standard paperclip.
Really?
That's honestly about right. Not your little miniature ones, your regular standard one. Yeah.
Well, I did not even think about that either.
Okay, how about this? We were just talking base plates. The base plate is the thickness of a fingernail, but as wide as a dinner plate.
Dang.
That's crazy.
And the more you know.
Yeah, some good stuff there. Here's some technical visuals, some LDUs, the Lego digital units. Okay, so Lego designers use a special unit of measure called an LDU. One standard brick is 20 LDUs high, but only 8 LDUs wide.
Dang.
Okay. Okay, so basically this formula explains why 3 stacked plates equal to exact height of 1 brick, and that is the magic ratio of Lego. So that's what that is. The LDU, the 20 LDUs high by 8 LDU wide, is the math equation, basically, for those of you who are math nerds. You're welcome.
They always got to put math in it, don't they?
They do. Yeah. So let me scroll back here to my other notes. Cliffy,
Yep.
Do you have anything else you want to add in here before I start closing us down here?
No, I think you've done your homework, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else I could use a 2x4 brick for.
I hope that this has come in handy to somebody along the way, whether they watched it live or years down the way. I
Well,
hope that these videos as they come out more kind of do help people in that sort of sense.
I'm
This is
sure
how my
we'll
brain thinks is in parts. So
I'm sure we'll get some more interesting pieces as we get along.
oh yeah, I figure this is a good piece to start with. Everybody knows what a 2x4 is. We'll get in some more intricate
I
ones.
was looking in the notes. Here's
Yeah.
a question for the people watching. Without looking it up, wait a minute, why I look it up?
While you look.
Why I look it up here? Crap. Hang on. We gotta get to my Instagram. I didn't take very good notes like Cow did.
Oh, you're good.
What happened to them? Did you take all of them down?
No, I didn't. They should be in under my tab.
Well, oh, well, never mind because I can't find them now. They have disappeared.
No.
Oh, wait a minute, maybe not. Nope, there they are. Found it. I saw some. I was looking through them at first here. Well, maybe I thought I saw how many uses you can use a 2x4 brick for. I was trying to ask the chat how many if they knew the answer to that.
Oh, there
But
was something. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, here's something I didn't read. The autonomy of the brick, the studs versus the anti-studs, the bumps on the top and the holes on the bottom that create the clutch power. Those are the studs and anti-studs. The tube system.
oh, okay, I found it. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Go with it.
The question, guys, I want you to put it in our comments of this video. See if you got it right. How 6 classic 2x4 bricks can be combined in how many ways?
Say it again.
How many? You got six. Take 6 classic 2x4 bricks, 6 of
Okay.
them, and how many can be? How can you build with them?
How many combinations can you get
Yeah.
with 6 combined 2x4 bricks?
Yep.
Got you. And put that into our
Comments.
Sorry.
So
I think that's a great question, dude. I think we should have a question at every video, at the end of every video, and see who can guess them.
I think we should too.
Yeah. That's a great question. I see where you're reading here. Oh, that's a great question. But
Yeah.
now I got to get back to my notes because I was
Sorry.
No, you're good. I went to go looking for that end. So this has been a great stream, honestly. I really like this idea and concept, and that's
Well, I think you came up with a pretty good idea. I just didn't know how we were going to do this, and this is pretty interesting, to be honest with you.
Do you like it?
I do. I don't. I think it's cool that we go over a piece.
Yeah, I think having you both here on panel to ask a few questions, put your guys' input into everything, kind of brings together a good show. So I think it'll work out.
And I understand this is a pretty simple part. Everybody has a two. I mean, most. I guess I shouldn't say everybody, but most people have a 2x4 brick, and and there's a lot of stuff you can do with it for real. I mean,
Mhm.
that's how it started, wasn't it? Now, what was the first brick ever made? Was it a 2x4?
Yep. So
I mean,
they
some
went with the
people.
2 buys, and then 1 buys came after that. So it's crazy how one little brick still is even the same
Right.
design and everything after all these years, but still is,
Pretty amazing.
just Lego in general. Just it's crazy how well they're doing, like in general.
Boy, but they got a bunch of
A
pieces now. Good Lord.
Yeah. Well, and it seems like they how back then the talk was, oh, we can't create these pieces because molds cost so much. It just seems like they're just 3D printing molds. It seems like.
I think if they're going to use it in more than one build, they'll make a mold. But if it's just for one build, they say you got to figure it out with parts we have,
Mm-hmm.
which is understandable. I mean, I'm sure it costs a lot of money to make a mold for one part, just for one set. That'd be kind of that set probably be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like another $1,000 Death Star.
Can we handle another $1,000 Death Star?
Well, if you saw the new Lord of the Rings set, $800. I mean,
That's dumb.
we're going to touch it again. I promise y'all.
Okay. Well,
Back
that is our show today. Come back to our next show. We should be live. It could be recorded. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm Cal. That's Cliffy. And this has been our first episode of the Parts and Pieces podcast. We hope to see you next time. Thank you for putting this first piece into the puzzle. You see what I did there?
There you go.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Moo.
Bye.